Welcome back to this Thing of Ours podcast.
Where we talk about all of life's highs and lows.
And everything in between. Happy Sunday, folks. How you doing? How are you doing?
Welcome to our 100th episode of this podcast.
Can you believe we've been doing 100 episodes? Like, I know some people, like, when they vlog, they got, like, thousands of videos on YouTube, but, like, I never really expected that we'd make it to 100 episodes. I always hoped that we'd make it to 100 episodes. And I thought, like, our 100th episode, I always dreamt of our 100th episode being, like, our wedding or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, something drastic. Something drastic that happened to us is we ran our second marathon. Our second full marathon, which is insane because, like, last year, if you follow me on Instagram, I actually made this post that stated, like, last year I dreamed of running a full marathon, and now I get to say that,
we ran 2 of them.
Yeah, in 1 year.
Yep. So this one was actually in Toronto. It was called the Toronto Waterfront Marathon.
Yeah.
By TCS.
Yes.
TCS is like a bigger brand. They do races in a bunch of different places if you look on their website. But we did the one in Toronto.
Yeah, and we got our medal. I actually I'm holding it the wrong way. This is the medal.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. I like the design and everything on it. But yeah, let's just jump right into the marathon race and our thoughts on it, on our second marathon that we ran. So if you are interested in running a full marathon or just running in general, like a race, I think this episode will be for you.
Yeah, because there are definitely some things you need to prepare for, some things you need to consider when actually putting your body through that. Because it is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's 4 or 5 hours of just straight running.
Unless you're an elite athlete and finishing it under 3 hours.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Oh gosh.
But yeah.
So let's start off with what we brought. So I'll go first. We even have, like, some of the samples here that we did bring, like things that we didn't actually finish. But starting off with the shoes. So I wore these shoes. They're the New Balance 1080 V. I like them. The only thing I found was that they were still kind of flat compared to my other running shoes. If you've watched our previous episodes where we even talked about looking into buying running shoes, like in general, I talked about buying the Asics Gel Nimbus 26, I think they were.
Those were the original shoes running shoes that we bought.
Yeah.
That's what we used for our first marathon.
And I prefer the Asics over the New Balance, but I did like these, and I'm gonna wear these ones now, like, as my walking shoe instead of like my actual, like, marathon race shoes. I like these ones because they were actually wider than the Asics.
Yeah, that's something you were looking for, was a wider toe box, because if you've seen our previous episode when we ran our first marathon, we both ended up with what they call, like, a black toe or black nail or whatever. I don't know exactly what it's called. But anyway, it's like a bruised toe. Yeah. Because the toe box is too tight. The shoe may be too tight. So you might need to size up half a size. Because constant, like, pressure of you hitting the end of the shoe causes your toe.
Definitely when you're running up and down hills, like, your foot kind of slides forward. So that's when we actually learned about using I think it was the running lock. The running tie.
Yes, there's a different way to tie your shoe too, which is called a heel lock.
Oh, yes, that's what.
So the lace, you always have those 2 little eye holes near the top.
Those 2.
Yeah, those 2 little eye holes. Never knew what they were actually for. And I don't know if this is actually what they're for, but someone created this way to tie your shoes differently. You use both those holes and it locks in your heel a little bit better, so you're not sliding in and out.
And it actually does work because when I was running my first marathon in the Asics, I got the black toe, like Curtis said. This time I actually had nothing that happened to my toe, but I did find that my foot was more secured in this shoe because I did that. So that's why I will still run and probably train in these shoes. But for my marathon race, I'm going to look for a different pair of shoes. I don't know if I'm going to go with New Balance. I don't know if I'm going to go back with Asics. I haven't fully decided that yet. But these shoes, they did the job.
All right. So yeah, pass me my shoes. I'll explain what. Like, I actually did quite a bit of research because I get sore knees after running for a while. And I mean, I guess it's not necessarily after a while. It's happened after maybe even just running 5 kilometers. It just depends on how I run, the
Your
speed I'm
form.
running, the form, like if I stretch before, all those different things. But my left knee specifically, both get sore, but my left knee specifically gets very, very sore on the inside, the inner part of my knee. So I did a lot of research, and I ended up sticking with, and I bought a new pair of shoes. I bought these ones specifically for the race, because my last race, after about 20 kilometers, like I had to tell Amelia, like, no, you got to just leave me behind because my knee is way too sore. I need to take a break and I need to walk for a bit. So I bought these shoes. They are the Asics still. So I stuck with the Asics brand, and these ones are the Gel Keanu 31s. They do have a newer model. They have the 32s, they have the 33s, but this one specifically, based on reviews and based on different things that I looked at specifically for my personal needs, these ones were supposed to be better, and they did perform very well. My knees did hurt a little bit, but they definitely were a lot better than they were the first marathon. So these ones here, they're supposed to have a little bit of stability built into them, so your knees don't like bend. I don't know how to explain that, but your knees, when you're walking, they can either bend in and out based on the stability, and that's what causes that knee pain. So when you have that built-in stability into the shoe, it helps support your leg in a straight motion, so you're not causing that pain on those muscles on the side. So yes, Asics Gel Keanu 31 is what I stuck with. They're very good. I do recommend them for anybody with knee pain. But like I said, they do have different models of them. So do a little bit of research. Choose the one that's good for you.
We also used those blister resistant socks for running as well with these shoes. They helped as well. We also wore them in the first race that we did.
They have, like, they're actually pretty thick, but they're made of a different material that doesn't make them hot. It's like a moisture wicking type material. I forget exactly what it is, but the brand is Balaga. And they're actually pretty thick, so it gives you a little bit extra cushioning. And yeah, I find they do help a lot.
Yeah, I like to run in them as well.
Yeah, rather than just wearing a basic sock, these do. I personally feel like they make a big difference.
I do feel a difference when I'm running in just my regular socks versus running in those running socks. I definitely feel a difference, even in the running shoe itself.
Yeah.
But what we wore for the race, for my pants, I wore the same pants that I wore in my first marathon, which were the Lululemon running pants. I bought them in blue. I think those pants are extremely comfortable. I literally feel like I'm wearing nothing when I wear those pants.
Wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Yeah, exactly.
If you know what that's from, comment in the...
Oh, sorry. I wasn't supposed to give it away.
If you know what that's from, comment in the comment section.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of you do.
And then I also wore like a basic tank top. So this time I actually dressed not too hot. Like, I don't know if you remember in our, like, the other podcast that we talked about when we talked about the first marathon, I said that I wore a long sleeve, which was like the biggest regret of my life because, you know, in the morning, and I think it was supposed to rain. I don't remember what the weather was like, but I just remember in the morning, it wasn't that hot. Like, it was actually kind of cold, like similar to what the weather is actually kind of now. But
well, it depends where you are.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I felt like during the first race, I was like, ooh, you know what? I'm going to bring a sweater. Like, I'm going to wear a long sleeve because I don't want to be too cold. That was the biggest mistake because obviously when you're running, you're going to get hot. Definitely if you're running 42.2 kilometers, okay? So I was like, yo, next race, I don't care what the temperature is. I'm going to wear a tank top. So this race, I decided to go to Winners and I bought like some tank top. It was a running tank top. So I decided to wear that. And I'm glad I did because at the start, it was actually very cold. And I did see other people, even though they were wearing shorts, they were still wearing a long sleeve. But I said, you know what? I know I'm going to get really hot. And then throughout the run, I started getting hot. But I wasn't too hot because it was kind of breezy in Toronto. Like even though it was humid there throughout the day, like as the time passed, it was still very windy.
Yeah. Yeah, see, for me, I ended up wearing just a basic like type workout shirt. It's made by Under Armour, but it was just a t-shirt, so it was nice and breathable. Yes, it was a little bit cool in the morning, but as soon as we started running, I was perfectly fine. And it was actually very windy that day, so the breeze was kind of nice.
Yeah,
because we were running on like the waterfront, right on the edge of the water for
not so much the water though.
No.
It was like the water, and then like you were way over here, but you still somewhat saw the water. Like
yeah, but anyway, we were still close to it, so it was pretty windy because the wind coming from the water, right? So for my pants, I wore the same pants that I wore for the first marathon. They're like a tight or compression pant thing. They do have stability built into them. And it's specifically designed for knee stability, right? They have like, I don't know if you ever seen anybody with like, they wear those tape, like sports people. You've seen probably if you watch sports, football players sometimes wear them. But yeah, they look like little tape things. These ones are designed specifically. They cross over and hold your knee kind of a little bit stable. But this brand is CWX or CW-X, and these ones were the Stabila X joint support compression type. That's what they are. I do actually really like them.
And I also bought sunglasses. I don't have the sunglasses here to show you guys, but I can't remember the exact brand name. But when we went to the running expo, like that's where we picked up our bibs, and like they had different brands that you can explore. Like you could see, like you even could get massages there. You could see like different energy bars that they had, different shoes that they had. I think Asics was there too, like a representative for them as well.
Oh, they had a big Asics section.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
The running room was there, if you're familiar with the running room. But yeah, they just had a different, like multiple different brands that were there advertising, and you can also buy some of their stuff. But anyways, I bought sunglasses from them. And at first I was kind of like a little bit iffy because I've never ran with sunglasses, like really. So, but this time I was like, I really want to run with sunglasses just because it was too sunny. So I was really debating about it.
It was not sunny at all.
It wasn't sunny, but it was windy. And if you've ran before, just, walk when it's windy, sometimes like, your eyes start tearing up and you're like squinting to see. And I didn't want to squint to see. So I was like, I'm just going to buy them. And I'm really glad I did. And I decided to wear them because I was able to actually see and open my eyes and I felt comfortable, And these ones, there's a huge difference, honestly, between getting running sunglasses and then getting sunglasses. Because I have like just the basic sunglasses that I've trained before in them when like during the summertime and it was just way too sunny. And sometimes they kind of like, they bounce on your face, and sometimes the sweat kind of causes them to like slide down on your nose. But these ones were perfect. They just stayed in place. And a lot of the times I just forgot that they were even there. Like I didn't have to push them up or anything like that.
Yeah.
They were great.
I think the other thing to note too, basic sunglasses usually have a big gap on the side, right?
Yeah, that too. Mm-hmm.
And then they're not as big as running sunglasses. So these ones, like they're bigger and they cover your entire eye. They wrap around. So like they really block the wind. And if it's sunny on the side, they'll block the sun. I personally don't have a pair. I normally just wear my basic sunglasses if I need to.
Ray-Bans, I think is what it is that you run in.
Yeah, I just wear those. But I wouldn't mind getting a pair. And I've always considered it. I just never got around to it.
Yeah, I just bought mine last minute. I didn't do any research. I just knew I wanted like a cheaper pair, and they were $60 plus tax. But I was like, you know what? If I don't get them, I'm just not gonna run in them. And I'm like I said, I'm happy that I did spend the $60 to get them because that win was pretty strong.
Yeah, you definitely can get more expensive ones. They do make them.
And better quality too.
Yeah. Like polarized lenses, like all those different things you can add in that make them more expensive. But hey, you don't need anything fancy, to be honest. You just need something that's going to block the sun, block the wind.
And not distort your vision.
Yeah.
That's the most important part, I think. Let's move on to the running vest. In my running vest, well, do you want to go first for yours?
Sure.
Okay.
So my running vest, I bought it off Amazon a while back. But it actually has a large pouch in the back.
I saw a lot of people with your running vest this time compared to
I
the
know,
one
I
we did in
did
May.
too. So this one actually has a big pouch. It's 1.5 liters. You can fill it with water, and then it has a hose that comes over your shoulder and then wraps around. It has a little hook in the center, and then you can hold it up here. And then when you need to, you just grab it from here, bite on it, and you drink your water. So that's what I used. And then in that water, I ended up using, it's like a little tablet. It's these here. Okay.
Oh.
So it's this brand. It's Exact is the brand. This flavor is orange, which it's okay. It's not my favorite. I haven't tried any other flavors of the Exact. The only other stuff I've used in the water was liquid IV, which personally, that is my preference. Definitely my preference is liquid IV. These ones were okay still. But you just put one tablet in, I think it's supposed to be 500 milliliters. I think that personally is a little bit too much.
Yeah,
you need more water.
It says one tablet plus 500 milliliters of water. And
I would say use more water
of sodium.
Yeah, definitely use more water than the 500 they recommend. That's my personal opinion. I put one tablet in the 1.5 liters of water. Other than that, I brought, it's like a little gel pack, but it's honey. What's the brand? Honey Stinger. I don't have any with me right now, but Honey Stinger, I used that before the race. And then during the race, we used these, which Amelia brought these too. These are her favorite. These are the Exact brand, but they're little gummy bars. They're like sugary little gummy bars.
Yeah. They are the Energy Exact fruit bar. Yeah. They were actually giving out samples because I think they sponsored the last race that we did. But they didn't do that this time at this race. It was a different brand that we used. I think it was GU. I think. No, the gels that they were giving out were GU.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know the exact name of it. We'll put it on. We'll put a picture on the screen. But that's, I think, who sponsored. Who helped sponsor their race.
Yeah.
What else did you have in your running vest?
In one of the pouches, obviously my cell phone for some music. Gotta have some music. But other than that, I think that's really it.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my running vest, I had tampons because it happened again.
Every time.
Every race I've done so far this year, I've been on my period. So I probably bought like maybe 2 tampons for this race. I also had Tylenol, Advil, because of my stomach cramps. I didn't want that to interrupt my running. And then I also had the Exact Energy fruit bar. The apple and the orange, highly recommended those flavors. I prefer the fruit bar, honestly, compared to the last brand that I used, which was the Honey Stinger, and that was the gel. I don't know if you guys remember me talking to you guys about me taking gels. I don't like taking gels. I don't know if it's the texture that's in my mouth while I'm running. I don't like it. I do like though the honey stinger gummies. So the last race I had the gummies and I also had the gels. I took the gummies first. I was able to tolerate it, swallow it, no problem. Then after I used the gels, once I ran out of my gummies, that was like the worst decision because like it was too much in my mouth and I wanted to gag. So I knew this race I was only going to be using the gummy bars, and honestly, game changer. So like my whole training, like my whole thought process of how I was going to make it through this marathon, and I also used it for my last marathon, because I also asked ChatGPT like how many times should I refuel, and she told me every 45 minutes, and it also says here on the package fuel every 45 minutes. So every 45 minutes, or I actually designed it like I timed it how many times I should refuel was every 6 or 7 kilometers. So every 6 or 7 kilometers, it was easy because you just do 6 times 2, 6 times 3. So that's how I remembered it instead of always trying to track on my watch how many times I should. Did 45 minutes pass? When should I refuel? So every single time I saw 6 kilometers pass, then I would refuel. So I would eat this whole thing, one of the whole bars, and yeah, it was good. I'll just show you guys what it looks like. It's literally just covered in sugar.
Oh, you're gonna eat one now?
No, I'm not gonna eat one now, but I'll just show them, and then I'll just wrap it up.
Sure.
But yeah, it's just like a gummy, and it's just kind of like wrapped in sugar on top. It's super, super good. I highly recommend this. It didn't cause me any like stomach problems because I know some people, they can't try anything new like while they're running, or some people say that you should train or test out some gummies or test out some gels before you run because sometimes it can cause an upset stomach. These guys did not upset my stomach. I think that they were very gastrointestinal friendly. I think that's how they say it. I think that's the right way to say it.
Yeah. No, they are good. They go down very easily. They taste good. It tastes just like a little like it's almost like a treat while you're running.
Yeah.
But it refuels you, gives you your potassium, gives you your electrolytes, gives you different things, right?
I also use the exact electrolyte tablets in my water too. I'm not really a huge fan of putting electrolytes in my water. Like during the race, I think next time we do our marathon or just any race in general, I'm literally just gonna have just my bottle of water because I think they have enough water stations at like the marathons, the half marathons.
Yeah, that is true.
And they give you water and electrolyte water.
That is true.
Yeah, because there's times where I just want to drink water. Like I knew like my body was craving just plain water, but I only had electrolyte water. So like that's all I had on me. So that's when I would just have to refuel with my electrolyte water. And then I noticed that every single time I got to those water stations, I was more dry. Like my mouth was so pasty. So I don't think you actually need it. But if you are going to go with electrolyte water, like make your own electrolyte water, I would say try, what's that brand you just said?
Liquid IV.
Yes. Yeah. They are literally top tier for me.
It definitely is.
They taste 10 times better.
But yeah, like what you were saying, they do have stations. Every race that we've done so far, they have stations, and it's roughly, I would say, probably every 5 kilometers, they have a water station. For this race specifically, it was just like a plain white cup. That was just plain water. And then the other cup had like this little blue design on it. Yeah. This one was... they had the like electrolytes, which it was sponsored by this brand here, so it's None. So
it was them who sponsored them
for the electrolyte water. Okay. Yeah, for the electrolyte water, they were giving out these here. It was None water. Sport hydration is what it's called. Oh, okay. So, yeah, this is what they were using. Which this one actually is pretty good. It tasted good. I didn't have any problem with it.
But yeah, that's kind of like what we brought with us. I think we mentioned everything other than like, the Fitbit that I've been wearing. But we've been tracking our run on the running app.
Yeah, A6 Run Keeper. And I personally been also using Strava, which that one's super popular. It's like, it's almost like social media for like activities. They have running, they have biking, they have walking, they have like workouts. You can share your stuff, you can add friends, you can do all that stuff. It's like social media.
But anyways, yeah. So how did you find the race overall, Curtis?
I want to say shout out to TCS. 100% way more organized than the Ottawa Tamarack race. That one still wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't terrible. It was actually still very good.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, like, it was very, very organized.
Yeah.
However, they let both the half marathon and the full marathon people run at the same time. We both left at the same time. Mid-race, at some point, the half marathon people were supposed to veer off.
Yeah.
Off the path.
Because now you reached halfway, so they're supposed to be ending the race. And literally they had a small little sign that looked like a street sign that all it said, half marathon, keep right, full marathon, keep left. Oh wait, it was the other way around. Other way around.
But yeah, apparently some of the elite athletes, they went the wrong way.
Yep. And they finished the half marathon where they were supposed to be finishing the full marathon. But honestly, that happened to you too. Like,
I almost, because I guess more people were signed up for the half marathon.
Yeah.
So like a larger part of the crowd was on the left side. So I was just following the crowd.
And we were running at the same speed too. Like we were running together. And I said, Curtis, keep right. We're running the full.
Yeah, you pointed up. And then that's when I actually noticed the sign. I was like, oh, shoot. I almost messed up. I almost actually went the other way. So thank you for being there and catching that.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, I was like, we're coming up to half. Like the other people should be done now. I didn't like though that they made us all run together. I personally felt like it was too busy. And like just running like all the way up to 21 kilometers, it was hard to pass people. Because everyone was running so tight together. Like it was just a ball of people.
How many people did they say?
On the video, I'm pretty sure I heard like 20,000 or something.
22,000 of you out here lined up, ready to start this marathon. The sun is rising. It's a beautiful day. And for all of those of you who are running, this is one of the incredible feats that you can enjoy.
Yeah, I think there was like 20,000 people running.
Now, I don't know if they meant like the entire race or if it was like just the half and the full people together. Like I was a little confused.
I think it was half and full just on that day because that's the only races they had that day. On the Saturday, they had the 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer, whatever. But yeah, I think if you look at where like our standings, I think there was around 8,000 to 9,000 people just doing the full marathon.
Yeah.
Right? So.
But you saw a huge difference. Like once you divided, there was a huge difference. A lot of people did the full, and there wasn't that many people that did. A lot of people did the half. Not too many people did the full.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was just a lot of people all at once, just hovering together. That I wasn't a huge fan of. Like that's actually my only complaint. Like I didn't even care about the little sign because I was paying attention to like everything that was around me. But the only thing that really affected me was how many people that was there. Yeah. I guess because it was so crowded that I was feeling anxious, but I was feeling anxious either way. But yeah, we did stay at the Novotel. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Novotel.
Yeah. That's where we stayed. It was only like a 10, 15-minute walk from the start line. So if you are doing a race out of town, highly recommend
trying to find somewhere close by
to the start line
where you can just walk, stretch your legs just before the race a little bit. But that wasn't our original pick, right? There was closer hotels, but because we signed up so late, all of them were booked.
Yeah.
All of them were booked. And I mean, I don't know if the whole hotel was booked, but they had discounted rates if you signed up for the race, right? So you tell them, oh, I'm signed up for the TCS Waterfront Marathon. They're like, okay, unfortunately, we don't have any more discounted rate rooms. So I started calling around, ended up having to call the TCS people, and they recommended the Novotel, which I'm happy they did. We did get a really nice hotel. Yeah, we did get the discounted rate at that hotel too. It was a nice hotel.
I would stay there even if I didn't do the race.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Very good location.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ever going to Toronto and you got to stay in that area where the Novotel is, it's literally a 5-minute walk from the Rogers Center, which Blue Jays are currently playing the LA Dodgers.
By the time you watch this, the game, though, series might be done.
Yeah, very likely may be done because they're playing Game 7 tonight.
And it's also close to the hockey.
Yes, the Scotiabank Arena for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, which we did end up like that night, like Saturday night before the race. We kind of end up exploring and kind of watching like maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the game outside of the arena.
Yeah, they have this
like a
big, huge screen where people hang out outside without tickets. You don't need tickets.
Yeah.
It is on the back end for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Second one there for Morgan Riley. Leafs only had 21 last year. Although they were more proficient with
but you could watch the game on this huge, big screen. Right?
But yeah, no, we had a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm going to do that same race next year. I would like to try a different race. Like I really wanted to do the New York race, but I don't think one is too expensive for me, and I think you have to like
you have to qualify.
Yeah, I think that's the one you have to. I know you have to qualify for the Boston one too, and I'm not fast enough to qualify for the Boston Marathon.
Yeah,
maybe one day, like.
Yeah, we're still new to this.
Yeah,
don't get us wrong. We are not experts. We're
Definitely
learning
not.
as we go. Like we said, second marathon. That's all we've done so far. We've done other smaller things.
Yeah, like
but,
other smaller races and things like that.
This is still a new thing. It's only been like a year and a half since we've really done any of this. So some people have been doing this for years and years and years. Like we're just learning as we go, but enjoying it while we do it.
Yeah, I'm looking for other activities to try out. I really want to do a triathlon. I just need to learn how to swim. Like I was talking to my boss and he said there was something called a duathlon,
Yeah,
where there's only
no
two
no
activities.
swimming. It's just biking and running.
Yeah, and I would love to try that one too. I think that one would be fine.
But like you got to get one of those like speed bikes with the handlebars that wrap down.
Yeah,
You know, the when people look intense on them.
The
We don't
thing
have one
is,
of those.
Honestly, I feel like you can get the most speed bike you want, but if you ain't got the speed legs power, you ain't gonna go that far.
Yeah, I guess.
Because the bike is designed to speed. Yeah, it's like designed for that. But you gotta also have the power. Like, you know, you're the engine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can only
But-
pedal so fast.
But we just have like a basic 21 speed. It's not like a mountain bike. They're like hybrid. Mine's like a hybrid.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, anyway, we definitely don't have those speed bikes, racing
Yeah.
bikes.
No. Anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's fine. But if you guys have any questions, shoot them down in the comments, and we'll gladly answer any questions you got
Yeah.
with our experience and our advice on running, prepping, anything related to doing a marathon. So,
But yeah, overall, we just want to say thank you for tuning in to our 100th episode. And if you have been with us for a while, if you are just new to this channel, I hope that you subscribe and that you stay.
and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. You know, very grateful if you do. Helps the channel, helps us grow. We're at 425 subscribers now. So thank everybody who has subscribed up to this point and who keeps tuning in when we do post.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Tell us what's good with you and tell us how you been. And
we got to get going. We got to pick up Trumpet from his hair appointment. He's getting a haircut today. That's why he's not here with us. Normally you see him in the podcast with us, but he's getting a haircut, picking him up, and we're heading out to Montreal today. So
yeah, for my mom's birthday celebration.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yes. And one more thing about running. If you can do a half, you can do a full.
If you
And
can
if
do
you
1
just-
kilometer, you can do 42 kilometers.
Exactly.
It's all mindset and preparation.
Yeah. So I hope you guys
That's all
have
it
a
is.
wonderful work week And we will catch you next Sunday.
Yeah. Take care. See you next time.
Peace.